What's up guys, today we have a bit of a different video. Be building a keyboard. This is a couple months old footage, but I'm voice overing it today. So we're going to start off with the switches. I'm going to break open one of these just to show you how I lubed them. I used Tribosys 3203 because they're tactile switches. They're Boba U4T 48 gram variants on the springs. And if I were to do this again, I'd probably use a little bit less lube, but as you'll see later, I'll take some of it off because some of the switches were feeling a little too mushy. Just donut dipping the spring there, dropping it back into the case, and putting the stem back in, and then the housing back on, and I'll let you hear the sound test. In hindsight, this was fucking stupid because they went all over the floor and I still need to break open the case to put in the plate foam, so we're not even putting the switches in yet. Anyway, now you get to see me struggle trying to open the case here. It's on really tight. It uses the plastic clips, so it's really hard to get open. As you can see, I'm using a flathead screwdriver, struggling. This is at like 8 times speed. I called my dad over at this point, I'm pretty sure, to try and help me to open it. There you go, yeah. So we were both struggling to get open, and then I realized it was the rotary encoder all along. This thing is stuck on so goddamn tight. Like, I don't know if you can tell, but I'm like trying to be careful, but I'm using a lot of force, and yeah. There it went, straight onto the floor. Anyway, now I have the case opened. I'm removing the top half, and I'm looking at it for some reason. I don't fucking know. Smooth the screws over, and at this point I'm pretty sure I unhook the cables from underneath, pull up the PCB, and unscrew it from the plate. Lifting the PCB up off of the plate, pulling it out of frame here, just checking the stabilizers. I left them stock, which I thought was okay. After a bit of use, they have gone a little bit rattly, as you'll see. Some of them are perfectly fine, but some of them are rattly, and you'll see that in the sound test. I might go back and change that at a future point if everyone wants to see that, but for the moment I can't be bothered pulling this thing apart. Just pulling out the plate foam now, getting it lined up with all the screw holes and posts for the plate. Putting the plate down, and all that's left to do is screw it back in. With that done, it's time to clip the cables back in, which I do here, and put it back into the case. Top case going on, and there we go. Everything's secure, just need to put that pesky rotary knob back on, which was a lot easier than taking it off, I'll tell you that much. Alright, so here we are again, back to doing the switches, another little sound test for some reason, and I'm just putting those all into the PCB. As you can see, there I am re-lubing some of the switches. And yeah, honestly this board was pretty good to do this kind of thing with. Like, if this was a solder board, this is a terrible idea, but that's kind of why I wanted this keyboard. Honestly, because it looks nice, it has a rotary encoder, and the hot swap just makes it so much easier than having to solder every single key in individually. And I'm not the best at soldering, which you might see in an upcoming video. That's all I'm saying about that, but yeah. So just swapping out some of the switches, re-lubing them, making sure they all feel nice. I did this with quite a substantial amount of switches looking at this again, but yeah. Coming up in the end of the switches here, it's time for keycaps, and I got the Domikey white on black SA kit. Absolutely love these. keycaps. They do look a little bit different in the final build compared to here because I ended up buying new modifiers because 75% is weird like that. And I also got my cyan, magenta, yellow accented keys, which I think look absolutely amazing. I went for more of a vintage build here, but I think those pops of color add something really special to the final product. And I couldn't resist, so here's a little sound test. And here is the final product. And now the moment we've all been waiting for, the sound test. Keep in mind, again, these are stock stabs. They were a little less rattly, but they've gone rattly, so I might need to tune them now because it's been months and months. But without further ado, here it is. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, like and subscribe of course. I know that today's video is a bit different than usual, but I've been deciding to expand my horizons a bit more with this channel, and I've been enjoying it a lot more than doing just gaming. Obviously I'm still going to do some gaming videos and memes occasionally, but expect to have more random videos like this because I find them enjoyable and I hope you guys do too. Anyway, peace.